Ancient Egypt is...
Behold his mighty hand!
Ancient Egypt. Okay. Egypt knew neither Pharaoh nor Moses. This is not only the title of my Kindle book on Amazon, but also the name and the main theme of my YouTube channel. So, if you are wondering what you will find on my YouTube channel, I will tell you. In a nutshell, you will find Egypt, ancient and modern. But names and themes aside, investigating the historicity of the biblical story of the Exodus, or rather the lack thereof, has long been one of my life obsessions, ever since I was in college. Just when I started falling in love with ancient Egypt, its history, art, culture, and most importantly, its mysticism and mythology. Nothing disturbed my love for ancient Egypt except that notorious story of the so-called Pharaoh and Moses. It wasn't just that this nefarious story did not fit in ancient Egyptian history, as most historians and archaeologists confirm, but to me, the disparity and the inconsistency was not only historical, but also cultural. The story of the Exodus was its strong themes of a land run by slavery, tyranny, and that was finally destroyed by the wrath of the God of the Israelites. For actually, he is not my God. Through the so-called 10 plagues, the whole story did not make any sense for me. It just couldn't fit in an ancient culture that was viewed as one of the first cradles of civilization on earth, if not the first. Ancient Egypt is not just about being ancient. Many ancient civilizations around the world were equally, if not more, ancient than the Egyptian civilization, but they did not have the impact ancient Egypt had on civilizing the world. And even none of them still have that lingering magic, effect, and influence till this very moment. It's common knowledge now that man's first embrace of social and ethical values, as we know it today, had originally evolved along the Nile Valley in ancient Egypt. When I say social and ethical values, I mean man's first awareness of how to distinctively differentiate between right and wrong, based on norms established for the common good of his society. That's what made ancient Egypt so unique. It was an ethical culture. And make no mistake, ethics has nothing to do with organized religion. For ethics existed before the concept of organized religion, and even lingered and will linger after the demise of religion in many parts of our modern world. Ancient Egyptian mythology was regulated not by so-called gods. This is a mistranslation of the Egyptian word Neter, but rather it was controlled by the cosmic forces of nature, one of which was Ma'at, the cosmic force that kept our life on earth in harmony with justice and truth. Ma'at was represented as the lady with the feather on her head, the feather that was placed on one side of the scale to be weighed against man's heart to try and find out how heavy his sins were. the deceased was not granted eternal bliss in the afterlife. I mean, not before his or her heart had been proven lighter in weight than the feather of Ma'at. That is one example why I pretty much doubted that a nefarious story like the Exodus, a fairy tale soaked with tribal culture of slavery, tyranny, blood, and complete lack of socially accepted norms and ethical values could have happened in ancient Egypt. Just couldn't fit in the history and traditions of ancient Egypt. It simply defies common sense and logic. That said, I have long embarked on researching the historicity of the story of the so-called Pharaoh and Moses. I have dug so deep in the history of ancient Egypt, the Near East, and of course, the Torah, in its ancient Hebrew version. So deep, I have found amazing evidence that Egypt knew neither Pharaoh nor Moses. So if you're interested, you could read my Kindle book, published on Amazon since 2015, by the same title, Egypt Knew Neither Pharaoh nor Moses. And also, you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, as I'm uploading videos regularly now about my research. I will not only reveal how ancient Egypt did not know either Pharaoh or Moses, but I will go as far as to expose the ancient Arabian origin, again, the ancient Arabian origin of not only the Exodus, but the rest of the so-called Israelite stories. Well, excited? Subscribe and keep tuned for more. Thank you.